Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.
Track 9, Look What I Got, produced by DJ Toomp. Okay. Hello, YouTube. It's us again. Long form excerpt. We got the father here with us.
And boy, was it produced by DJ Toomp.
Yes.
Boy, was it.
It was.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to just tell you. I'll go first. Flat 7. I like it.
I am giving it an 8+.
Okay.
Look What I Got. I'm giving this one a 7+.
All
right.
All right.
And this
Yeah.
has gone down for me. There was a period of time, especially when I was like 18, 20. It's probably the 9-. I did love it. And it is the beat. Like, this
went down for me, too, from probably an 8- to a 7+.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with DJ Toomp at this time.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to say.
When I'm, like, studying his production, probably off the back of what you know about that and some of his work on King, I'm, like, going back and I'm looking through the credits and I'm looking for every beat he made specifically and studying his beats.
Which, he did some stuff on this album, because this one and Bezel, like, both go for me.
Dude, he's T.I.'s greatest producer.
Yeah.
Hands down. Like,
Wow. Okay.
the way that he and T.I. over the years, like, even though T.I. has kind of fallen off in my eyes, a paper trail onward, basically, I still go and listen to every song Toomp did on, like, Trouble Man, No Mercy, whatever it is. Like, I'm still looking for their collaborations together. They're that good.
He's the one producer that can still get that out of T.I., and I don't know what it is. Like, because anyone else, T.I. has just fallen off, or it's like he can't rap anymore after Paper Trail. It's one of the strangest fall-offs I've ever seen.
It's not that strange when you look at the circumstances around it.
That's true, but, like, one would think you don't just lose all of what makes you a good rapper.
I mean, we'll talk about it more next season, but think about Lil Wayne, how hot he was before he went to jail, and then how long it took for him to even get back to a level, kind of like a baseline level of good after getting out.
True. I guess Gucci is the exception rather than the rule.
Pac, Pimp C, that's about it. At least as far as I can recall.
Well, and it's like Pimp C, he was gone so soon, and it's not like there was a ton of material. Like, there was the double album and some other stuff, but there could have been a point where he fell off. He just had a ton to say. And Pac is just one of one when it comes to producing material. Like, now I say that, but Gucci still exists, so maybe not.
And Gucci, the thing is, I don't know what jail stint because we might not agree on the Gucci jail, like, post-jail,
like the
2016?
The post, like, 2010. Like,
yes, big time.
Like,
but
when he came back with, like, Trap Back and all those, I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, that's a run. And then we get the, what do you call it? Brick Factory era with, like, Thug and Long Way and all of them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's all great. It's the second jail stint where...
The fake Gucci?
Yeah, well, I don't like that people say that about him.
No, I don't either. Like, he just grew as a person.
I'm happy for him. Like, I'm glad that he cleaned up his act. He got sober. And, you know, even if the music took a hit, I'd rather him be around than not be around and just keep making stuff I'm, you know, or having made stuff that I like more than what he's doing now, but he's killing himself.
Well, and maybe, except in the case of Pimp C, it's the extended jail time that does you in. Because T.I. went to jail in the middle of his run, and he came out with King right after the first time. Like, it's hard to explain. what
remember, there was the jail stint initially, like around this time.
Yep.
That I think got exposed as like, it was like an unpaid parking ticket or something like that during the Little Flip beef. But, you know, this was nothing compared to right after King dropped those gun charges he got. And then he got hit again with something when he got out on those gun charges, which nobody thought he was going to get out on.
And then come to find out, someone he signed is the one doing all the informing. Which is why he kept getting caught over and over.
Yeah. And, you know, it's an environmental and circumstantial thing as far as why he fell off.
Yeah. For sure.
But this period in time, like we were talking about this earlier, I'm Serious and trap music, there's a certain hunger and a youthful vigor in his voice that he loses after this.
Oh, he skips over some of these beats. Like, it's so effortless, and even if it's not like perfect technically, it still works. He's got like
you can hear like the hunger and the passion, though. You know?
You definitely can. He's got hunger, he's got passion, and I mean, he just sounds like that dude on especially this one, because and he sounds more mature than like his age would lead on at this point. It's like he's got tracks on this, like Doing My Job is way out of what I would think his age range is. Like that's something I would expect out of like
that's
Scarface.
Almost like a Scarface, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this one was just the fact that he's writing this beat like he is on this track is just you hear it on King, but even by Paper Trail, he's kind of lost this.
I think he's absolutely lost it on Paper Trail. He sounds like a different person to me.
Yeah.
He's doing the Southern Gentleman thing by that point, and I hate that when he does it. Like, this is that real Southern fried shit that I love, you know?
Yeah. By Paper Trail.
Listen, homie, the detrimental effect of elongated incarceration on the psyche of a man involved in a rhythmic occupation cannot be understated.
Rhythmic occupation,
you know. That's what
he
turned into. He probably read too many books in jail. That's what happened.
By Paper Trail, he's getting locked up by the constabulary, and he can't get out of it.
You know. Oh, brother.
Listen, I mean, it's like when they say, don't learn theory.
Right, yeah.
You know, especially if you're an improvisational musician, theory is going to ruin that intuition that you have to kind of be free musically. Theory is going to chain you down. And, you know, for T.I., I guess just reading some books over like a 10th grade level really fucked that man up.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing. Like, it feels so unnecessary, like that era of just like the verbose language, because there's plenty of like you've been saying, like the maturity. There's plenty of intellect and maturity and content and wisdom and, you know, perceptiveness in this album was a shock to the system for me, because this week was the first time I ever heard it, and T.I. to me is like I knew him from singles, and after a certain point, he became this just sort of like a meme basically, and I'm not used to hearing him rap like he has something to say.
Well,
you know,
not only
so this
that,
was enjoyable for me.
You see trap music and you think this is going to be like some Jeezy trap or die. When you hear trap, it's like, oh, it's going to be that like Lex Luger, Shoddy Red kind of sound. But this is definitely, you know, in some ways, this almost feels like proto Carter 2 with some of these soul beats on here mixed in with the Southern production, right? Like all these toomp beats and what have you.
And it's honestly a different spin on trap, because he's looking at what he's been doing as an actual trap. Like, there's some good times to be had out of it, but like most of this album, you can tell he doesn't like this side of his life. He wants out.
Right. Yeah.
And you, as much as like I like Thug Motivation 101, Trap or Die's Hit or Miss, you don't get the same thing out of those that you do out of this, because you feel, and I don't want to call it my pain music, but you do feel his pain on some
Thug
of this.
Motivation is hustling music. It's for bagging up. It's for serving people. It's for riding around the city. Like,
it feels like a glorification of the
and
life.
Selling work, basically. But people were really selling drugs to that album. Thug Motivation 101.
On the flip side, you got songs like Doing My Job, song literally called Be Better Than Me. You got like Long Live the Game. It's like we'll talk about
it in a little bit when we get to Be Better Than Me in the review. There's a song from his last album, I'm Serious, I Still Ain't Forgave Myself. And that also is like wise beyond his years, very introspective, almost like a Scarface type record, where he's going in that anecdotal bag, very emotional, and it's not what you would necessarily expect from T.I. if you know him as like just the top 40 pop star T.I., or for that matter, just judging the lineage of the music that, he came from. It's like, trap music is much, much more than just synthetic chords and stuff like that. That's part of it, but it can be so much more than just, your Jeezys and your Gucci's and your Rick Rosses, not to knock any of those guys, but they traffic more in a sound that's like comparable to one another. And this music is like classic Southern rap, and some, in my opinion, like people thought that this was something that he only started to do on King. But if you really go back and listen all the way back to I'm Serious, he's always had an ear for like national sounds, not just regional.
Yeah.
And it was obvious that he was trying to aim for that kind of exposure.
And I've always viewed this album, because I'm Serious runs into debut album problems where you're taking records you wouldn't normally take that the label wants you to. This one does sound like a bridge album from like UGK to what Southern rap would become in the next few years.
With, another one we got coming up, Bezel, is very much emblematic of that.
Oh yeah, like if this album doesn't exist, you don't get Gucci or Jeezy. I really don't think. And even though I think this exceeds most of their work just because of the emotional depth he has in the writing on some of it, and he eventually loses it, because by Paper Trail, it's real trachely John Legend nonsense. You don't have the like introspective songs that can actually pull some deeper emotion
the introspective
out of you.
Songs become Runaway Love, essentially.
Yeah. But like on this and on King, he's writing at a different level, and it's a better level than what he would later on. And it blows my mind that he lost this. I don't know.
It's hearing this album made me understand why, he was seemingly unchallenged with this like King of the South moniker, because, I took his word for it, because I'm like, hey, I hear you on the radio. You got hits. I like them. All right, King of the South. But like, these are the records that I feel like build a foundation like that. This is how you capture the people, you know?
And records like this one, because you need to have the I'm ballin' and I can just ride a beat on pure energy, and I hate using this word, but it's swagger.
Yeah, like, it's bombast. That's what I get out of this song. Between the beat, this boom, 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 boom. The beat is very bombastic. T.I.'s raps are very braggadocious and bombastic, I feel.
Definitely. And going back to this beat, I'm literally glad nothing I made before 2009 exists, because half of them are just me trying to recreate this brass line. I'm not even gonna lie.
Should I play the song for the people? Because here's the thing about this beat. I'm a TJ Toomp. TJ Doomp. I'm a DJ Toomp fan myself. And this was the first beat on here that was like the Toomp that I like specifically. I'm not sure how to describe the sound other than it's like the type of beats where like the percussion lands on like is it the 4 or the 8? Like, but it's like I think of Bad Guy on American Gangster.
Yep.
Like it's like that like clanging noise. Like that's Toomp to me. I love that.
It's got the ride instead of the hats.
Yeah. Yes. You know, like exactly. Folks, check out this beat because this was the first. I mean, there were good Toomp beats that happened prior to Track 9, but this
is like a Toomp beat in the sense of like what is your average Toomp beat sound like?
Right. I recognize it immediately. I'm like, oh, this is Toomp. Okay,
yeah,
folks, you know. Wait, is we here?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought you were gonna play a song.
Oh no, Ken was saying something. I thought
I cut myself off. I want you to play it first before.
You want me to play? All right, well, hey, listen, y'all. Look what I got. The song. Here you go.
You think them niggas is high? Well, shout look what I got. Nigga, look what I got. Think I'm lying, nigga, look what I got. Come on. I've been doing this shit for years, my nigga. Shout look what I got. I was born and raised out here, my nigga. Pimpin', look what I got. Look what I got, my nigga. Look what I got. Big wheels still spin when I stop. Presidential roll gold, Rolex wide with no bras. I say them for the pinky, keep your niggas blinking. He ain't going platinum now, but I keep your niggas thinking. Mink seat show to keep a nigga sinking. Swear he ain't slanging, but I know that nigga creeping. Got a condo in Orlando for the weekend. Ho be so crunk at the club, be sneaking.
The way the Toomp beats be banging, they bang and they have a character to them.
They're big beats, and I mean that's what I was obsessed with in 06 when What You Know came out. I feel like that came out like right at the end of 05 or like right at the top of the year of 06.
Because it was the lead single. It was like December, January. And
it like, oh my God, it was like the buzzing synth on there. I was obsessed with the texture of the beat, and I never really thought about beats in that respect prior to that.
Well, and I'm going to say, I think this is the proto What You Know. Like, until he heard the sample that What You Know actually steals from.
Right, the Gone Away sample.
Yeah, until he hears that, like, this is the vibe he was trying to get out of that beat.
Yeah, it definitely shares similarities. Even, you know, in that, like, is before we get that zzz, we get that. So
and that just moving, like, mono bass line. Like,
yes,
the mono synth bass line. Like,
and a song essentially about nothing other than the rapper being cool.
Which, it's amazing that T.I. can pull off the introspection and just being the dude who's cool. Because usually you cannot do both.
Usually, right? Yeah.
Like,
you know.
It's like Jay-Z could pull it off before this, maybe Biggie. Like, I don't even think Pac could pull off being just cool.
He could pull it off, but at the same time, like, it kind of consumed him, his own duality. Like,
I feel like there's always an intensity to him, even in the, like, you think about All About You, which I love. Go back to that review. I think that's a very
I think
fun
about
song.
How Do You Want It? Ends the verse, give it to daddy, niggas.
Right, like, even in his most, like,
you know,
chilled out moments or party records, there is sort of an intensity to him that's, I don't know if you want to frame it outside of a vocal booth and think just about it in, like, the context of the picture he's trying to paint with his words. You'd think, like, this guy is really, like, keyed up, you know?
He's really intense. Yeah. Like, I think because we just love Pac for his intensity, it works. But, like, if he wasn't Pac, he would be scaring the hose fodder.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
But
like he would be scared of hoes.
But like T.I. can be cool. He can just be cool, especially at this time.
At this time, we know way too much now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is we found out he was taking the pimping a little too serious. Like,
man, Cam, we already reviewed at this point. Let's Get Away. That boy told on himself like I've never heard. God.
When I heard that again, I'm like, I have to give this a 6 just because I cannot co-sign it and listen to it and enjoy it anymore.
Cam, I gave it a 7, but it was.
I had it a 7+, but it was another one like this record for different reasons though. That this one went down from like the 8.8- that it was to a 7+ because I had to think about it. You know, it was in the back of my mind.
I was thinking about it, and it only worked because I'm a nasty man. But I've told the story before countless times on the show. Now my mom was almost a victim.
Oh no!
My literal blood biological mom when she lived in Atlanta. She was at a restaurant and T.I. was there and he like gave her the head nod and paid for her meal. He was recruiting. Okay, I could have lost my mama to the game.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I would like to provide you with the financial compensation for your dining arrangements.
You know, like.
Now, would you follow me into this Lincoln Town car and we can take a stroll down the Broadway?
Oh my God! Listen,
that's
T.I.
insane, though, Mel. Jesus, you
bro,
can't just drop that.
When she told me that, I was like, "Oh, T.I. is cool. Like, it's a real ass dude." And then the news came out years later, and I'm like, "Oh God!" Yeah, man. Look,
it was that Juicy J drop when he made soul beats in the early 2010s. Play me some pimpin', man. He was just playing some pimpin'.
He was pimping way too hard, okay? And just hearing certain songs on this album, it was just...
You tell on yourself constantly you're a weirdo!
Okay? Like, some of the things he was saying is like, oh my God.
Now, at the time, though, girls were into him.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I'm not saying, like, the women that he potentially abducted, but I'm saying just fans, you know? Like, women were into him. I remember going to see him at the Apollo Theater after King came out, or like right when King came out, and it was a crowd of mostly women in there, and the fucking balconies in the Apollo nearly came down when he was performing because of how much energy was in the building, people jumping up and down and everything like that. Like, I was afraid for my life that night, and not for the reasons you would think, but more so I was on, I believe, the first mezzanine. And I was really scared that either the second mezzanine was going to fall on us or we were going to fall down onto the people.
Hey, partner, start the music. I just want to make sure my Jewish brother over there at the mezzanine is not risking complete collapse of his lungs and other bodily functions if that balcony falls on his head. You know, okay? I almost lost Moulz and my mama to this nigga. This is ridiculous.
And I'll agree with all that. He had the female fan base. Like, more, like, because once Nelly fell off for real, T.I. was that guy. Like,
and he had the songs for it. He had the Why You Want to Go and Do That. He had Let's Get Away. You know, he had, you know, something going on. He had You Can Buy Whatever You Like. And then after that, nothing.
Well, honestly, I do think him falling off is what allowed Drake to be Drake. Because if he hadn't fallen off and he was still getting the girl play, I don't think Drake becomes Drake. At all.
Drake makes music for men, though, not women.
He does, but women play it.
Women do play it.
And that's the thing. T.I. was making some songs for women, but I think 90% of the stuff before Paper Trail was for guys.
Yeah, with the exception of like the Let's Get Away or the Why You Want to Do That. Like, it's always let's throw them a single bone.
Exactly. But I will say Drake doesn't do that even.
What did Drake say when he was on the come up and he was still looking up to T.I. and saw him making all these girl records?
I don't know.
Yo, that's that nigger, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah, you know, I mean, look, I was there. T.I. was very attractive to women. And I understood, you know, the way the hat tilted ever so, you know, it was balanced perfectly. It looked like it was going to fall. It never did, you know. Yeah,
this is definitely a strictly maybe tri-state area thing, but women loved Lloyd Banks and Fabulous as well.
See, now Lloyd Banks I understand, Fabulous I don't get. Okay. All right. When it comes to hot rappers, yeah, we've talked about this many seasons ago. Fabulous, I don't see it. They said, Mel, you're colorist. I'm like, no, that's not it.
No,
okay.
I'm kind of here. I don't see it for Fab. And
I don't see it, right? Come on
that,
with this
that
guy.
had to be a New York thing, too. Like, because that wasn't the case here.
Women love Fab, man. I had to endure lots of Fab in girls' cars.
Oh, brother.
Fab, Jewels, and Lloyd Banks is like all girls in New York who are my age listen to.
Fabulous looks like if Lil Boozy went to a HBCU.
Jesus Christ.
That's where I'm gonna land with that. Like, he's not an ugly man. I'm not saying he's ugly. I just don't see him as like, you know, a hunk. As like a dreamboat, a fucking
Fabulous
a sex symbol.
Looks like a mix between the Looney Tunes version of Peter Lorre and Bill Bellamy. And Bill Bellamy.
I'm still thinking about Moulz saying the women in New York were listening to Fabulous Lloyd Banks and Jewels. And then I'm like, here it was Project Pat. I don't know how to explain that one.
Well, see, here's the thing. Project Pat exudes a sort of manliness to him, you know? He's a southern, he got the southern charm.
Here we
Look at
go.
that
Mel's
girl.
gonna go on a
boy.
5-minute rant about how he wants to kiss Project Pat. Here we go.
No, I'm not gonna do that, mainly because I don't think he would like that.
but also,
I see it.
Project Pat is a delightful man now. He's living his best life.
He's attractive. He's more attractive to me than Fabulous, for sure. Okay.
Project Pata.
But you prefer Jonathan Lipnicki to both of them, right?
You know,
White
Jonathan,
boys.
you know. Yeah, I give him some Lipnicki, you know what the fuck I'm saying? Woo! That's a cute boy. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Oh
anyway,
that's a cute boy. That's Mel. He wants the child version.
No, I was
Lipnicki.
using boy colloquially. All right, you know, like that boy good. You know, like that. You know, don't do this to me, okay? Anyway, you know,
Mel's
Jonathan
gonna become
Taylor
the new
Thomas.
king
Okay, that's
of
another
clarification style.
No, I ain't clarifying shit. I said what I said. Okay, I want Jonathan Lipnicki.
Oh, JTT. I like JTT.
I throw Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Throw Peter Billingsley in there too.
Where's JTT at? Where the hell is he? T.I. Free him.
I don't think T.I. has anything to do with his whereabouts.
Clap, you stupid bastards.
I just thought of a really dark one. Lou Pearlman at Walt Disney World.
Oh,
That's
my
a cute
God.
boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
Oh, brother.
Lou Pearlman, a.k.a. the Black Pearl.
He doesn't seem to be doing anything, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I think he's chilling.
I think he made enough money to just never do anything else again.
Yeah, you know, he was in that Kingdom Hearts video game, I guess, you know?
Oh, okay, so he's doing some of that voice acting.
Yeah, he's probably doing voice acting. He was in the freaking Lion King. He was young.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, no, he's eating off that.
One of my friends from high school started doing voice acting for anime, and I think he's become like a big deal.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Wow.
look up Ryan Colt Levy.
Ryan, let's see.
I couldn't tell you what movie or show he's on, but I saw someone talk about him the other day.
Oh, he's on
Awesome.
that My Hero Academia. People watch that. I know. I've heard a lot about
My Hero Academia. I've heard of
it.
it.
Chainsaw Man. Oh, he's getting some work.
He's getting work, right?
Yeah.
I think I figured out where Jonathan Taylor Thomas's money is coming from. He's still getting Lion King residuals.
That's what I'm saying.
He was in the Lion King. Yeah.
You know?
And apparently he had a recurring role on that Tim Allen Last Man Standing show.
Well, he was on Home Improvement as well. I mean, do they still play that in syndication?
Probably on OAN or something.
Jesus Christ. I think it's still a Nick at Night thing.
Oh my God. Don't get me started on like Nick at Night. They had a peak lineup when it was like, I don't want to get into TV rankings, but they had like a perfect lineup at one point in time. It was like, it kicked off with like the Cosby, Roseanne, I think Andy Griffin Gilligan was on there for a little bit. Okay.
Well, see, there was a point where they mixed in a couple of 80s and 90s shows, but it was still primarily like the Westerns and the classic sitcoms.
Yeah.
I remember it as like Mary Tyler Moore, Dick Van Dyke. I'm fucking old though.
When I first started watching it, they were showing Happy Days. That was like the late 90s, you know.
I think
there weren't Happy Days for everybody.
They started offloading most of it when they got TV Land.
There are Happy Days for me.
Oh, brother.
Hey, Cam, you ever see American Graffiti?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I do not want to talk about American Graffiti with Jerry the King Lawler.
No, it's
terrifying.
Listen. We know about King. He was back there in them Happy Days talking about some damn nigger. Okay. Nigger. We know about.
We didn't say it that many times.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh brother. Yeah.
At least not in succession.
Jesus Christ.
That was when Jerry Lawler met Coco Beware.
That was when Jerry Lawler met Peter Rosenberg at the kickoff show.
Oh, brother. Folks, yeah, T.I., okay? This is how quickly tangents happen, okay? This is how they happen.
T.I., he made some great music. He was very hungry. He was doing it all, and then he fucking got caught up in various things.
You know.
And then he fell off, and then he got caught playing some Pimpin' Man.
Yeah, you know, and but you know, this song, it's like you just listen, he can make impactful, weighty records. He can also stun on your ass, and I appreciate
this is a good stunting record, right?
Yeah, it's a peak stunting record for this time frame, because I'm trying to think of ones that are better from around this time, and it's like 50 has a couple. It's really about it.
I gotta say, I appreciate how straightforward it is, because lots of rappers rap about their possessions and their belongings, but this is literally just look what I got, okay? And he's like old school, a truck, a drop, I
appreciate that he tells you what he got, because if he didn't, this would be a 6. If he said, "Look what I got," and never told you what he got, this thing would be dead in the water.
You know what, man? Hold on, let me because here's the thing: as we all know, I failed as a rapper, so I'm doing a podcast now, but. I like records like this because everybody has a list of things that they would like to get, you know? I had a list of things I was going to get before I became a bum. I mean, there's still time. If this show takes off and is successful...
I got everything I wanted. Every single thing.
Yeah, a bunch of Coke memorabilia, all right?
Except a Christmas with a full family.
Oh, my God. Wow. Okay. Yeah, listen, folks... Here it is. These are the things I was gonna get. I kept a document of if I ever make it on my to buy list. I said I wanted wrestling ring with weighted dummies. Okay?
No, that's not a toy wrestling ring. It's a real
real wrestling ring in my house with weighted dummies to wrestle. I wanted a sensory deprivation tank. I wanted sex dolls and or fleshlights. Indoor basketball gym. I wrote at least 6 rims, 3 full courts. It's a teeth whitening service. Replica WWE
You mean
belts.
the dentist?
Sure. Personal chef. I wrote an MP3 player. Wow, how modest. An ear popper. Okay, it was this device that I guess, it was out of my price range, but I wanted it because, like the Eustachian tube issues, Leave no man untested shirt. Okay.
From the Last Fan Pro Wrestling Tee Shop.
Yes. I don't know. Do they have an actual shirt there?
I don't think so.
Because I was going to make one.
Oh, you're going to just make the shirt.
I'm just going to make a shirt that said, leave no man untested. I said Jimmy Brooks Degrassi jersey, Davidson Stephen Curry jersey, Shane O'Mac jersey, and Sunglass Hut circle glasses. I guess when I was working at Sunglass Hut, I've never been a glasses man, but there was a nice pair of like circular glasses, like, you know, and I really wanted them, you know. But those are the things I wanted.
This man wanted to look like T.I. circa 2013.
No, the people want to know which belt, which wrestling belt.
Now, I've talked with Moulz about this before. The ideal one is the Attitude Era WWF Circular Championship belt. But I've told him before.
With the WWF logo, not that WW.
The Winged Eagle one?
What was that?
The Winged Eagle?
Not the Winged Eagle.
Not the Winged Eagle.
The one that came directly after it. The one that like Rock and Stone Cold Mankind.
Yeah, see, I'm a Winged Eagle mark for
I'm a Winged Eagle myself. I liked how the eagle is like it's elevated from the rest. Like it's you know, it seems it's not like a plate. There's like it's more ornate to me.
Yeah, I was you know late
Jesse,
90s Attitude Era. Fuck him. Okay. I'll bring a replica belt to his grave and lay it down as the world champion line stepper. Yeah, no, it was a circular one, but I've told Moulz before, as much as I love it, because of my like formative experiences with that belt, I don't feel I'm like deserving of it. It's such like a prize to me. Like I'm not as good as The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H and Mankind and The Undertaker. Like, what am I doing with this belt? You know?
I hate to break it to you. It's fucking fake. None of those guys won it.
No, we know, but the belt after, like the undisputed title that like Brock Lesnar won. Like
the Chris
I don't
Jericho
like that one
belt.
as much. Yeah, it's like the black and gold. Like
I never cared for that belt. It looks weird.
You know, and like I like this. I like the spinner belt. But
I'll say this: I like the undisputed now that the belts look so horrid. We didn't know what we had, I guess.
You know, so yeah, it's just I want the circular belt from the late 90s.
I gotta say though that WCW Big Gold is such a classic. The Big Gold, you know,
that World Heavyweight Championship. Okay,
but the WCW, not the one with the fucking WWF scratch logo at the top, please.
I will say the Big Gold is like the Concord 11s of wrestling belts. It's just so clean that everyone wants it.
You can't go wrong with the Big Gold. You can't go wrong with either the Winged Eagle or the Globe Eagle, as they call it. The Attitude Era belt or pre-Attitude Era belt. I gotta tell you,
the 90s IC you can't really go wrong with either.
I was just about to say the IC with the yellow strap.
Oh,
you remember that one?
Yeah.
Who had that? Ultimate Warrior, Razor Ramon, maybe?
Yeah, it was that era. That or like the limited edition black strap one.
The black strap was fire. Was that Diesel?
That was Razor.
Razor, yeah.
Because it was the one they unified it with.
They brought the design for that belt back with the Miz and Cody Rhodes.
Yep. The white one. It was clean.
I love that's the best modern day belt. Oh my god! Do you see the one? You know what the new belt looks like, Cam? You ever go to like a theme park and they're like, put in 2 pennies and make this like thing with you flatten the pen. That's what the new IC looks like. It looks like they're like
IC is one of the most trash belts they've ever done.
It's the worst looking thing I've ever seen. Literally, it looks like they took the 24/7 title and were like, put it in the penny machine, and it flattened it out and turned it into the penny belt.
It's worse than the TNA King of the Mountain title from like 2015 that had like neon green strap.
Now, I'm going to give them their due when they deserve it. The new U.S. title is pretty good. Better than the one with the red, white, and blue paint that they had prior to this. The new U.S. it's got that elevated eagle that I like, you know?
I did like the US when Cena had it the most recent time when he was doing like the 20-minute matches every week.
The circular US.
No, the US Open Challenge or whatever.
I know
like
which
that.
one you're
US
talking
Open.
about.
That's a different sport.
This US belt I'm referring to is the one that's post Cena, pre the one that they're using right now.
Oh God, I don't even remember that one.
It's the ugliest belt ever. It had red, white, and blue paint on it.
Okay.
Okay, I
That's
think I see
disgusting.
That's like if you look up like WWE US title 2018, you'll see the one that's bad. And then the new one is a much, much greater improvement from where we were.
Oh God, yeah, this is a terrible belt.
I've always liked the flag design on it.
Now, that belt is very toyetic. It looks great as a action figure belt with the red, white, and blue.
Yes, it does. But it's a terrible, like, actual belt.
Yes, I could never imagine carrying that belt and feeling like I was even on the level of the Intercontinental Champion.
You're just not a real American, pal.
You're just a pimple on the left.
Yeah, and you always know when they're going to push the U.S. title to try to make it equal to the Intercontinental belt because they bring out those Harley race videos.
Yes. Oh, the
Every
lineage
time.
of the United States Championship. And you see Harley Race, you see Lex Luger, and it's like, this belt actually meant something, guys.
And even back then, it's like, nah, it really didn't. It was almost the Crockett TV title at the end.
It was, the same difference as, they say the IC was the workhorse belt. But it very quickly becomes just the mid-card belt versus actually being the workhorse belt.
Which the U.S. title doesn't even work because the workhorse belt was always either the territorial title or the TV title in the NWA. Like, the U.S. title was just guy we think might be champion one day. That was it.
Jesse has also died in the afterlife, which I didn't know was possible. But
oh my God, what's going on?
It all comes Jesse. So Jesse apparently in a hotline segment, Sean 316 had called in about zombies, and we responded to the call, and apparently it bored Jesse to near death. He almost fell asleep and crashed.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah. So we
So
got to
now
be
whenever
concerned about him dying.
we
all
get
the
off
time.
topic, and it's something we don't think Jesse's necessarily interested in, like the minutia around
Of
the
wrestling
different
belts? Yeah.
title belt designs. I mean, literally, Conrad Thompson has his dick out right now, and everybody else is just looking around.
Hey,
Yeah,
man, it's Rap Rankings. It's rap. It's what
But
we
when
do.
we show up with these belts, look what we got.
Look what we got.
Exactly.
Look what we got. I'm going to tell you something. I've never bought a replica belt. I still have my Jax foam 1998. Hold on. I still have this Jax foam 1998, like with the Velcro. It's got the WWF logo. It's a toy belt, but it's a higher quality toy belt than the ones they make now because the foam is better than the flimsy, like almost cloth-like material they're using now.
See,
on these.
there was a period where they were doing like stretchy, like almost spandex material on the backside of the belt, so it held up a little bit better on the kids' ones.
Yeah,
Because I had like cousins and stuff that wanted those, and it's like, okay, yeah, these might actually last a little bit.
I had the I know y'all probably don't like it, but I had the spinner US belt, and that was a great belt. Okay. I was spinning that thing all the damn time. Okay.
It's only inferior because the spinner WWE belt was actually better.
Well, I had that too, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
I just took a picture of my ancient title belt, my 25-year-old title belt.
I want to see how faded this thing is.
I'm going to put it in the Cam and Mel group chat here.
Okay.
Oh, that's in good condition still.
Let's see. I just got.
I mean, it's got some scratches on it. Like
it's great.
I had to hit people with it sometimes.
Yeah, but
Right.
I mean, because you probably had that since 98, 99?
I had this in 99. I got this in 99.
I mean, that's a 23-year-old belt. The fact that it's not, like, falling apart is, like, amazing.
Yeah, listen, the Velcro still works. You can probably hear that.
Oh, God, yeah. That's good Velcro.
Wow.
I mean, I will say, though, like, it got used heavily from, like, 99 to 2001, and then, like, kind of just has been, like, sitting around in drawers and closets for the last 20 years, so... You know, it's probably in the condition that it is because, you know, if I'd been defending this thing for 20 years, it'd be looking different, you know?
Yeah, not very many title defenses. I understand.
I mean, you've seen one of my defenses, Mel.
I have. It was amazing. Okay. It's better than a lot of modern day WWE programming.
Well, that's why I'm not a work rate guy because, you know, when you're better than most of these work rate wrestlers, it's not really that fun to watch them. And you just think, damn, I could do that if I wanted to live a life of fakery.
I'm only a work rate guy in 2K22. Give me my 5 stars.
Oh,
wow.
Cam, let me tell you. I don't have not people talk about tell me about your 5-star matches. Okay, every match I've ever had in the game?
Pretty much,
like,
yeah.
Outside
like,
of season mode, basically, because I'm just trying to grind through that.
But yeah, like, if I do an exhibition match, I'm like, yeah, we're going to get this to 5 stars. I am going to pull 5 stars out of Braun Strowman here. Let's go.
I am getting Shotzi and Tamina to 5 stars.
Oh,
we're going to figure it out.
God.
I'll restart the match 3 times if I have to.
Yeah, with those low ones, it's just figuring out how to reverse out of finishers a couple times, because if you get hit by one, it's just over.
Jesse's soul has left the universe.
Oh, yeah.
And has ascended into a new plane of existence.
We're booking the E-Fed here.
You know what? I can bring him back. I know what can bring him back. I got some line stepper style for him, okay? I'll put myself on the line to resurrect Jesse, all right? It ties into the conversation, by the way. So, you know, I was being broke, as I am, a few weeks ago. And I put something in my group chat. And this is what I put in there. It was like 30 seconds. Here it is.
Hey, let me tell you something. The way these food prices is, if I had a family, I'm sitting them all down at the kitchen table. And I told them, you see this table we sitting at? Get used to no food being on it. We not eating as a family. As a fucking family, we're not eating. We never eating. Nobody eating in this house. If you eat, it's outside this house. I hope you got good friends with good mamas that invite you over for dinner. They tell you, Melvin Jr., you want to stay for dinner? You better say yeah, nigga, because we not eating.
So I sent that to the chat. And Styles, friend of the show, he replied, "They all leaving you, LMAO." And I replied, 2 words. Chris Benoit.
Oh my god!
Okay, all right. That's what I said. It's a true story. Okay?
All right, you know what? I'm bringing the belt back out of retirement, and I will defend it at Rab Live.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Wait, who are you defending it against?
You.
No! Okay, all right. I knew this day would come. I knew it would come. Oh my god.
Just one more fight, and I'll be history.
Oh my god.
Yes, I will straight up leave your shit. Yeah! This time I'm gonna let it all come out. Moulz Mel throwing rights and lefts.
Then for some reason you break in the middle of the song and have Vince McMahon talking about Deborah. I don't know why.
Well, when his attempt to return to the company fails, he's just going to become the 4th member and the true line stepper.
No. Oh, no.
Hey, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That T.I., he had some good ideas.
Oh, yeah. Clifford Harris. Yeah. Lots of women. I like women. Me and Clifford.
He didn't even have to make them divas, pal.
Oh my God.
I was writing all these payoffs. He wasn't paying them at all.
Jeez. Oh no. Oh brother. Oh man. Listen, folks, if it's not clear, we never glorify these people, okay? It's
No,
nothing like
never.
That. It's just, they did these things. We call attention to it. All right?
I mean, except for Mel dropping off some McDonald's at the jail for R. Kelly.
No, that was Moulz, okay? I might have drove the car. I didn't, but no, he walked in there, all right? Moulz brought the McDonald's to that nasty man.
McDonald's is bad for you. I did it to hurt him.
Okay. All right. You say so, man. Oh, brother.
And I'm back on a diet, and now you just mentioned McDonald's, and I'm like, God, that sounds good.
I thought the same thing. I was, I ate my leftover Jim O. John's spicy East Coast Italian earlier, and that was a while ago. And now I'm thinking about McDonald's. It's always open.
I'm back on the Weight Watchers, so it's like one day a week I get something like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, don't be tempted. Okay, don't be swayed. Be better than me. Okay?
I'll just go eat a turkey wrap. It'll be okay.
I like that.
You know what you should do, Cam?
What should I do?
Get that Big Mac sauce and put it on a turkey wrap Big Mac. This Big Mac.
I might try that. I like the brown mustard, though, on my turkey. I'm a brown mustard
the brown
man.
mustard is a classic, as we call it, the deli mustard.
Yeah, I stick with spicy brown on deli meats, especially if I'm making wraps with like the spinach.
I'm a spicy brown advocate. I'm not a yellow man, okay?
Yellow is good for like ham. Yellow is good with
ham?
Yes.
I've seen it.
Oh, like on a Cuban sandwich or something, maybe? A little yellow?
Even on a cold cut one. Just cold cut ham with like some mustard on like white bread. It's good.
You know what? Yellow's good for like pretzel, like New York City soft pretzels, I guess.
Soft pretzels and hot dogs.
Yeah. I'll put some spicy on a hot dog though. I don't know. The yellow on the dog is just like, I feel like it's fucking amateur hour,
If you do the yellow on the hot dog, you also got to do the ketchup. That way it kind of matches.
I can't do that. I'm Jewish, bro.
Yeah.
I can't do the ketchup on the hot dog. I do the mustard and the sauerkraut.
The mustard and the kraut? Okay. Well, then the spicy
mustard and the sauerkraut.
Yeah,
and we're going for a specific flavor profile there. It's a very spicy, sour, spicy experience.
I was about to say, if you're going with the sauerkraut, you go with the spicy mustard. If you're going with the ketchup and mustard dog, you got to go yellow.
Now, if you're going ketchup and mustard, we can't have a Jewish kind of deli, like a hot dog situation.
True. Okay.
If I'm thinking ketchup mustard, I'm thinking Los Angeles bacon wrapped hot dog outside of Dodger Stadium or Santee Alley with the ketchup, mustard, the works, the everything on it. Like, spam my shit with everything. You got mayo, put that there. Relish, fucking chopped onions, all in the name of love, Best of love.
I cannot cross over the mayo line with a hot dog. I just cannot do it.
I'll let the Mexicans out here do their thing, do it the way they like to do it. I consider it its own kind of thing, its own delicacy.
Okay. But
in general, I like a Chicago dog. I like a mustard and sauerkraut dog, or Jewish dog as I call it, Like, I'm a fan of that kind of tangy profile on a dog. More so than, like, the creamy or the sweet. I don't care for that on the dog.
Yeah. We get the chili cheese dog, like, because we get Skyline over here, and their big thing is the chili cheese conies.
What's with the Skyline, Cam? Is it sweet chili is what I'm hearing about?
It's not super sweet. It's got cinnamon in it, though. You can taste it.
Cinnamon?
Cinnamon in the chili, Mel.
Oh, wow. Sounds like something interesting and entertaining.
Wait,
Cinnamon meat?
Mel, have you never had Skyline?
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay,
Is that chili I be seeing in the frozen food section?
They have it there, but there's an actual chain of chili restaurants called Skyline Chili. I think you have to go a little further south, though. Because, like, it's in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana for the most part.
I see.
It's Skyline and
I'm going to say some shit about some chili right now, okay? Daniel, cover your ears.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, God.
Maybe Jesse, cover your ears. That original Tommy's chili hamburger here in Los Angeles, not worth the mess, pals.
Wow.
I'm not a chili burger guy.
I'm not a chili burger guy.
And there are some messy burgers I like. I like a good barbecue burger, like with the barbecue sauce and the onion straws and stuff.
Yeah,
but, like,
of course.
The chili is just too much. There's too much going on.
Also, what the fuck is a bacon? Hold on, 1 sec. I'm gonna get this. It's a bacon. I'm not gonna get it as in buy it, but I'm gonna get the name. Something like it's a bacon jam or something. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Wait, bacon jam is good.
What is that bacon jam? I saw this the other day.
It's kind of a tamed, like a tamed pepper jelly that has bacon in it.
Oh, in it. Okay, so it's not like liquid bacon.
No, it's like, think of like
the way strawberry jam is like liquid strawberry in a way.
Yeah, no, it's like bits of bacon in like almost a pepper jelly type thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, you get some bacon fat in there that congeals, but that's just off the bacon that you put in it. It's good, but you need, like, another, like a mayo or something.
It was a burger. It was a burger with, like, a bunch of different things on it. It had a bacon jam, and I just thought, I don't know if I can roll the dice on bacon jam today.
It's just going to end up tasting like bacon, so it's just easier to spread for the most part.
I'm a tactile individual. I want to see the bacon, you know?
Oh, I get that. I'm 100% with you, but like, it would taste good if the place usually has good burgers.
Well, I got news for you. I tried the place. The burgers were not good.
Okay, then don't get it. Yeah.
I got something else, but that ended up not being good, and I was like, I guess this place sucks.
It's like around here, if you have a place that has good burgers and they have the peanut butter burger, you can try it there. If the place has trash regular burgers,
I already got peanut butter on. I was convinced a staff member at my Wendy's made that for themselves and accidentally gave it to me because I was on the phone with Mel one day, and I swear I bit into like a junior bacon cheeseburger
and it had peanut butter,
or what do you call it? The Dave's Double or whatever. And it had peanut butter on it. And I told Mel, I was like, I can't believe what has just happened. You're not going to believe me. Because it seems so unbelievable.
But it was good, right?
No.
Dang. It must be because it was Wendy's. Like,
and we're already seeing QC issues with Wendy's to begin with, as we discussed on Fast Food Rankings with you, Ken.
Yeah. But
so combine those issues with a surprise I didn't ask for and had no idea was coming. So I take a bite of this hot and juicy burger, and all of a sudden there's fucking peanut butter on the bun.
that would be the worst, honestly. Like, if you're not expecting peanut butter on a burger, I can't imagine just biting into it and getting it. I would, like, throw up.
How do you feel about this? Now, this is really getting off the beaten fucking path here, but I think Jesse's locked in. All right, from the afterlife, of course. So, how do you feel about this idea that I came up with, which I feel like this is going to be my first time publicly pitching it, so I'm a little nervous, but okay. I feel like it's something. All right, so we know this big drink amongst the turfs of the world is this butter beer, right?
What? Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
And that Pato, okay.
That Pato. And I mean, I've had the drink. I was at Universal. And it tasted like butterscotch, kind of. You know? It was cool. I had the frozen version. but that's neither here nor there. Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking, like, what if I added some, like, melted butter to, like, a Coca-Cola or some vanilla Coke or something, you know? Like, make, like,
butter, huh?
almost like a, like, what I would call, like, almost like a fatty, milky sort of cream soda.
Okay. I'm hearing you.
I'm making the Doc Rivers face right now.
But there's a change that you need to make to it. You need to make it a float.
A float, okay.
And
a butter float?
And then add the butter to it. So do the Coke,
add the butter to...
And the ice cream.
Got it. Maybe some dairy-free ice cream for me with some real butter. Because we can't do fake butter.
Because it's a touristy place, but have you ever been to Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas?
Listen, my one time in Las Vegas, we showed up at the T-Mobile Arena. We witnessed Dean Ambrose win Money in the Bank and then cash in and become champion. And then we got back in the car, got the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay. They have milkshakes there that are made with buttermilk, and they put a stick of butter in it.
Oh, that's the shit. They're kind of in my wheelhouse then.
Yeah. It was the most rich, decadent milkshake I've ever had, and the best tasting one I've ever had.
Are you guys ready for the Willy Woo butter shakes coming soon?
No, the buttery ready for this.
The buttery mind state will be achieved.
Because if you mix this with Coca-Cola and ice cream, everyone's digestion systems are just going to shut down and explode.
Maybe this is what that Pepsi Nitro is for, with like a lower carbonation, you know?
Oh, that could be good. I see that. But you're on to something here, but I feel like heated Coke or Pepsi with the butter.
Okay, listen, I'm hitting the drop.
Boy, you nasty. What the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the fuck type of nigga is you?
Okay, I don't know.
Mel, I'm a former 24-hour diner employee. That's what we're talking about here. I've made some
heated. I like it's some heated. Listen, this is what they say. You go to get the butter beer. They say, do you want it frozen? Do you want it like a drink? And if you want it as a drink, you want it hot or cold. They have it 3 ways. Why can't we?
I guess I can't knock it until I try it. But
you don't like butter, Mel?
Well, it's also
it's good. I don't eat it like the boy from the Tales in the Crypt episode.
Well, I'm thinking about utilizing it in such a way. We were just talking about that Kerrygold butter. You got to use good butter for this, you know?
Well, also, have either of you had hot buttered rum?
Rum?
Hot buttered rum. Is that alcohol?
Yeah, I never drank.
I didn't have it.
So, all right. So let me look up the.
I had beer
recipe.
before. Does that count?
No, that does not count. It's rum, butter, cinnamon, and sugar.
Rum, butter, cinnamon, and Mel, cinnamon
with boiling water.
Boiling.
So and then you let it sit.
What could I substitute rum for? Soda.
I mean,
of course.
It would have to be like almost like the Mexican Coke, though, because of the sugar cane.
Mexican Coke? Hey, Mexican Coke, right?
Yes, sir.
Listen, I could go get a Mexican Coke right now.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to have the real sugar if you're going to emulate rum with something that's not alcoholic. Because rum is just pure sugar cane. That's all it is.
Now, here's the thing. I have salted butter. I wonder if unsalted would be better for this.
You could do either, but it would be a weird taste with salted.
Salted's for, real butter purposes.
That's for your steak, yeah.
Yeah. Unsalted's for specifically unserious things like this.
Correct. It's for the dairy part of the butter.
Mel, are you on board? Butter sodas? Butter drinks?
I'm gonna let y'all try it first. I'm gonna watch y'all try it,
All right, fine, but listen, if I end up becoming the butter man, don't come saying, "Oh, I was there. I was a day one butter guy. I was day one with the butter drinks." You can only be day two.
I'm intrigued by this because they're pushing that Pepsi milk thing.
Pepsi milk, pilk.
Yeah,
we're in strange territory now.
Lindsay Lohan is promoting this pilk, Mel.
Now she's good milk, but not good enough to get me to drink no damn pilk. Okay.
And she's pouring her good milk in that Pepsi and saying, "You need to drink that pilk."
But she's missing the butter. I'd say, listen, I'm with you, but you're missing some butter in that pilk.
Oh, this is getting sloppy. What's going on out here? Okay. All right.
When I come through with a ladle and ladle some butter into her cup to top her off, you know?
I feel like we're inching towards smut rankings with this conversation.
And I would need to step out from that. I am not the person for that one at all.
Folks, I think what happened here, we went to Cam's Cove, we left, we did a review, and then we started, Moulz, we were saying you gotta like start breaking an hour, so we came back and we eased back into the Cove, you know?
We had to ease back into the Cove.
That's right.
It was so needed to do. YouTube, sorry, but there was actually more banter that you missed before all of this.
If you like that banter, check out Cam's Cove. Okay.
Yeah.
And check out the full episode of T.I. Trap Music, available now on the Rap Rankings podcast feed.
Yes, check it out.
I just picture T.I. at home, like sipping the butter Coke, like. He's got like this butter Coke mustache, and like his hat is tipped to the side, and he's like, for some reason, he's like, it's like sweating profusely. Like it's hot, like his AC is broken, and he's just listening to this episode, like delirious.
It's because
sitting
he's
next to Jerry the King Waller.
King's
talking about
butter Coke.
It's a dream. How you like it?
He's like a 45-year-old man drinking butter and Coca-Cola together. Of course he's sweating.
Listen. All right, these Southerns were putting peanuts in Coca-Cola and talking about, this is how we're doing down in the South, man.
Oh, you come on. So, now, see, I've seen it. I rock with it. I've never had it, but
you rock with that, but you don't rock with butter.
Yeah, because the saltiness, I feel like it would mix with the, I feel them, but butter, we did.
When you get lobster, what do you dip it in?
I usually don't mess with that butter dip. I just take it to the head, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
You like the taste of it?
I'm also the guy who doesn't eat pancakes with syrup. I eat them dry.
Well, I don't eat them with syrup either.
Okay.
Syrup is meant to be poured on nuts on a hot stove and turned into hot nuts with a nice coating. A nice mapley coating.
Roasting on an open fire.
Chestnuts roasting, okay? Pancakes and waffles, you're supposed to eat them raw. They're sweet enough.
Yeah.
Butter's good on them, though. I put butter on my pancakes, you bet. So, again, Cam, imagine that butter, the soft butter from IHOP, just fizzling into your Coke.
Okay, folks.
Interesting and entertaining.
Butter fizzling on an open Coke.
Okay, folks. Thank you for rocking with us in our.
Everyone, I want you to the Rap Rankings Twitter account or Instagram. I want you to send your videos and pictures of you making your own butter drinks.
We're not liable for any health issues that result after consuming.
No,
butter.
we're not liable. You're liable for that, but we're liable for all the fun you're going to have.
Fun, okay? Indigestion is fun now. Yeah.
I can't wait to get into the lab as soon as we get out of here.
Cam, thank you for joining us.
As always.
This is a buttery appearance by the father.
I mean, it's those post-buttery week vibes. Like,
I guess so.
How was your buttery week, Cam? I forgot to ask.
Oh, I had the entire week off. It was amazing.
Nice.
Like, what
you got to experience the real vibes of the buttery week. No work.
Yeah,
just vibes.
It was me, the mother, and the bud just hanging out.
That's how it's supposed to be. I love it.
But yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Anytime. You know it.
All right. Well, folks, YouTube, goodbye. People listening on the feed, the real ones, the review continues after this. So,
Mahalo, gentlemen and ladies, the 5% of ladies that listen to this show.
It's lower than that.
2% of ladies.
The one woman that listens to the show, shout out to you. I'm not going to come on to you.
No,
okay?
remember the fake patron, the lady who got confused and left?
The old black lady.
Yeah.
That was great.
I know for a fact at least 5 female listeners of the show.
That might be pushing it. But
all right. So if 2 of them have been guests, then that only makes 3 who listen to the show.
Shout out to Sylvia Frederick. Okay. Former patron who we think signed up by accident.
I think she thought this was something else.
Yeah. Sylvia Frederick. She looks like she performs in she's an inspirational music maker, a gospel recording artist, singer, songwriter, radio/TV host. Shout out to Sylvia Frederick. Go follow her, okay? So there you go. Free promo. Oh, he's got more followers than us. Maybe we need to follow her. Okay, anyway. It's been real, folks. The review continues after this. Cam, is there anything you want to plug? Anything?
I mean, just twitter.com/cam_is_like, and then I've got Bandcamp at the same handle. You can download my beat tapes there. If you want to rap over them, if you are a rapper, just, DM me or something and I'll work something out. I'm not in music for money anymore. I've got an actual job.
There you go. There you go. So.
All right. Later, guys.
Folks, we have more to come here. Cam, thank you so much. And
thank you, guys.
It's always a pleasure.
Oh, always.
Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.